You've saved the money. You've planned for months. You finally hire an expert design team to turn those flat blueprints into a physical reality. But then a subtle shift happens. You start checking every single granular detail: the laminate shade, the handle design, the sofa fabric, the wall texture. You zoom in on the drawer sizes and the exact placement of every light fixture. At first, this feels like active involvement. It feels like you are personally ensuring your home turns out absolutely flawless. When these small, isolated decisions begin to override the broader plan, the final interior loses its clarity. Constant interference at this level often produces the very flaws you were trying to prevent. A velvet sofa may look beautiful by itself. A hand-painted tile might feel premium on a sample board. An imported chandelier might look stunning in a showroom. But those qualities do not automatically transfer when you put them all in the same space. When luxury items are forced into an environment without an overarching logic, they compete for attention. They clash. A home interior functions as a single, interconnected visual experience. It is a unified system where every choice depends on the one next to it. The beauty of an individual piece matters very little if it fails to serve the broader conceptual framework of the home. Professional designers select elements based on how they serve the overall concept. They prioritize the final composition over the appeal of any single object. They calculate invisible metrics, measuring proportion and spatial relationships across the room. They also factor in time, knowing how materials behave as light shifts from harsh morning glare to soft evening lighting, altering the space's psychological mood. They are establishing a visual hierarchy. They determine exactly what specific elements should command your attention and exactly what should stay quiet to provide balance. When you hire an expert, you pay for an experienced eye that predicts how thousands of separate materials will interact years after installation is complete. Because you don't immediately see those calculations, looking at a single element in isolation can cause anxiety. You might look at a rendering and think a wall feels empty or a specific color feels too subtle. That simplicity is intentional. It provides breathing space. That empty wall is actively working to make the furniture in front of it look more premium. Giving in to the instinct to add just one more thing, one more gold trim, one more textured panel, destroys a luxury aesthetic. It creates visual fatigue. There is a sharp operational difference between providing lifestyle direction and dictating granular decisions. Direction focuses on the desired outcome, like a warm or calm environment. Micromanaging focuses on individual grooves on a wall or specific drawer handles. When you dictate those tiny choices based on a random mixture of Pinterest boards, Instagram feeds, and showroom displays, the design loses its structural integrity. Without trusting the designer's restraint, even the highest budget project degrades. It stops being a home and becomes a disconnected, chaotic showroom display. What actually makes a home feel premium is cohesion. This occurs when every color palette, material, and focal point connects naturally to create a sense of order. In a cohesive space, the materials flow into one another. The storage doesn't overpower the layout, and the focal points are placed exactly where the eye expects to find them. A successful project relies on a strict dynamic. You, the homeowner, input the raw lifestyle data: your habits, your storage needs, your family's comfort. The designer takes those inputs and pushes them through structural filters like proportion and visual clarity. The designer's ultimate responsibility is to protect the larger vision of the home. Sometimes that means they have to reject your minor requests. They have to tell you that a specific light is unnecessary or a certain material will make the room feel cramped. A beautiful home is a single, uninterrupted story. Every element inside it must logically belong to that narrative. Before you question every detail on the blueprint, pause and ask yourself a filtering question. Am I improving the design, or am I disturbing the bigger picture? One beautiful handle does not create a beautiful home. One trendy wall and one expensive sofa cannot produce a premium space on their own. You have a choice. Take on the anxiety of controlling every microscopic detail, or embrace the peace of trusting a complete, professionally guided vision. Let me know. Would you prefer to dictate every small detail of your home interior, Or do you trust your designer to execute the broader vision? And if you found this breakdown helpful, subscribe to the channel for more strategic design insights.